Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your groceries. We start with the freshest items, and our trucks keep your food cool right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Happy 250th birthday in the greatest country in the world, America.
Big value. Ready to grab and go at Parker's Kitchen. Value deals starting at just $4. Make your next stop Parker's Kitchen.
News 12 is on your side with First Alert Weather.
It's a First Alert Weather Day for the CSRA, and we're on your side tonight with what you need to know as the storm system moves closer. Your First Alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, joining me now. Emily, with what people need to know as we head into this First Alert Weather Day.
Well, the storms are continuing to push through the CSRA, really just now moving across the state line and into South Carolina. Heavy downpours, severe thunderstorm warnings across a good portion of our area. That includes Aiken, Edgefield, McCormick counties. That's going to go for at least the next 30 to 45 minutes. We just saw crazy clouds over the lake, but now if you look at the lake cam, just completely white just from the rainfall there. But again, heavy downpours. The heaviest pocket is just south of Augusta, again moving across the state line here. And that is where we're seeing the most lightning, the heaviest of downpours. So if you're in New Ellington, maybe even the city of Aiken, just a heads up, not only are you under this severe thunderstorm warning, so that should have given you a heads up, but just know more heavy rainfall is on the way. And then if we go just a little bit more north, crossing over the lake here, we're still seeing those heavy downpours, and that's going to be the story throughout the rest of our evening. We'll get a little bit of a break here in just a moment, and this is actually looking outside of our station. But like I said, we'll get a little bit of a break here in just a little bit, but more storms on the way this evening. I'll have a look at what we can expect coming up.
And remember to stay up to date on any new developments by downloading our First Alert Weather app. All you have to do is scan the code on your screen. It'll take you right to the App Store. The app completely free, and you can customize notifications for where you live. Tonight, we're learning more about Augusta's new mayor-elect, Stephen Kendrick. But before his term begins, Stephen Kendrick made a visit to Augusta's commission today, marking his first meeting with current Mayor Garnett Johnson since beating him on Tuesday. Also at commission, the CSRA Tennis Association pushed for improvements to the Newman Tennis Center. They say SPLOST money needs to be used for court repairs, adding the court conditions aren't usable for hosting tournaments, costing the organization revenue. The city says it needs about another month to finish the plans for upgrades there, and once that's finished, the project will be up for bid for contractors. Columbia County's Board of Education is disputing social media allegations about a special called board meeting this month. The chairman, Derek Deckel, is now suing the administrator of the social media group where the allegation is from. He says in a statement the meeting was properly noticed and was held to complete the superintendent's evaluation and discuss their contract extension and raise, adding the board met in a closed session before opening it back up to approve all personnel matters discussed, which was approved. This comes in response to District 4 board member Katie Allen's social media post raising concerns if a public vote was held and if the meeting's minutes accurately reflect what happened. She says a unanimous public contract vote didn't happen, and she did not vote in the affirmative on the matter. The suspect in a shooting on Fort Stewart that injured 6. A dead body found in a pond next to Gordon Highway is identified. Richmond County officials say 69-year-old Calvin Williams was identified through fingerprints due to the condition of his body. Part of Gordon Highway near Doug Bernard Parkway was shut down yesterday when deputies and officials responded. Georgia's employment and labor force is reaching new highs. As of last month, Georgia's unemployment rate fell by nearly 3.5%, almost a full point below the national average. Over the last year, the state's total employment also rose by more than 56,000, but unemployment also rose in that time by more than 63,000. And Augusta community organizations are working to keep those employment numbers rising. The LP Foundation is partnered with the Boys and Girls Club to introduce the new E.W. Hagler Teen Workforce Center. The 6-week summer program is free to all teens and provides them hands-on experience in a variety of different career tracks. Your Cindy Palmer was out there today learning how this partnership came to Augusta.
Every child has different needs.
I started just being a single father, and my son would like everything in school, like everything except for schoolwork.
Eddie Marshall is finding a way to address those needs not only for his son,
So one day we were riding down the street and I asked him, I had some hip hop instrumentals playing. I said, repeat after me. 1 + 1 = 2. 1, 2. And he got it that fast. And by the time we was all the way up I-20, he had his numbers memorized up to the 20s. That was an aha moment.
But for teens across Augusta,
We create the workforce before it exists. So we find a young talent and help develop them through our programs with aviation, technology, media design, and skilled trades.
the goal, exposure.
I believe that kids can't be what they don't see. So I try to expose them to everything that they want to see so they know that they can be it.
The program has 5 tracks: Flight Club, Cinemagic Kids, Design District, Crypto Kids, and Beats Rhythm of Kids. Each track aims to prepare teens for the workforce.
But with each one of the tracks, we teach them how to run the business, not just in the business. They know the whole economics, the ins and outs of how to run the business from beginning to the end.
To ensure Augusta teens are not only equipped, but the ideal candidates for the workforce. Because for Eddie, it's personal.
This is where I'm from. And then I would love to build a community back up. So I just created something and be able to bring it back.
In Augusta, Sydney Palmer on your side.
Some companies the LP Foundation works with are Microsoft and Best Buy. The Boys and Girls Club encourages businesses in the CSRA to partner with them to continue pouring into this program and Augusta's young people. The Workforce Center isn't alone. Reinforce also works to help bolster Augusta's employment. They work with justice-impacted people to help find them a job. They do that with partnerships with local businesses to give these people a second chance after being incarcerated.
And we have a first alert weather day issued. We're tracking severe thunderstorms as they move across the central portion of the CSRA. I'll have a look at what's in store tonight coming up.
Summer can create an extra burden for families already struggling to keep their kids fed every day. We'll look at one organization who's making sure those kids have what they need at no cost to families.
Time and Temp, sponsored by Riverside Heating and Air. For comfort you can count on, call Riverside Heating and Air. Join our Riverside Comfort Club with regular HVAC maintenance starting as low as $15 a month plus 10% discount on all repairs.
We have a first alert weather day issued for all of our counties here in the CSRA. Very active afternoon and evening for us. Severe thunderstorm warning now moving into South Carolina. This is tracked all the way through our Georgia counties and now moving into our South Carolina counties as we go throughout the next 45 minutes or so. That warning will continue. Heavy downpours and strong wind gusts. Wind gusts at Augusta Bushfield recorded around 50-55 miles per hour. And again, that is just continuing to track eastward as we go throughout the rest of our evening. And taking a little bit of a bigger look here, we have this line moving through. We're going to get a little bit of a break for a couple of hours where it might not rain at all, and then we'll have the next line moving in overnight tonight. So once these showers kind of push out, we'll get a little bit of a breather here, and then around 10-11 p.m. that next round of heavy thunderstorms will push through, and it's going to be a little bit slower moving, impacting central portion of the CSRA late overnight, really early Friday morning, and then by the time we get to sunrise, much better conditions for us. So that system should be moving out and even into the Atlantic again, where it has a potential to reform, but that will not be our problem. Again, as it moves through our area overnight tonight, we can expect to see strong wind gusts, heavy rainfall leading to flash flooding, and that small risk of an isolated tornado, all possible as we go throughout the next roughly 12 hours or so. That tornado threat has increased a little bit, but still a low-end tornado threat as we go throughout the overnight and into the early morning hours tomorrow. Outside of these severe storms, wind gusts 25, 30, even up to 35 miles per hour. And then when that line moves through overnight, we could see up to 45 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe even up to 50. And again, this is outside of any severe thunderstorm warning that may happen for the early morning hours tomorrow. So very windy conditions for us here as we start our day tomorrow. Clearing up though for the afternoon. And looking at your weekend, mostly dry, a few hit or miss showers possible for the afternoon, Father's Day, and then as we go throughout the week, next week, a few afternoon showers. I'll have another check on the current radar and the first alert weather day coming up.
Thanks, Emily. And remember to stay up to date on any new weather developments by downloading our First Alert weather app. All you have to do, take out your phone, scan this code on your screen. It'll take you right to the App Store. This app, completely free. You can customize the notifications for where you live. Your neighbor, your friend, maybe even someone in your own family. This summer, more families are turning to the Augusta Dream Center for their next meal. Tonight, how you can help them make a difference. School's out, but for some kids in the Augusta area, so is their next meal. Every summer, organizations like the Augusta Dream Center see a surge in families who relied on school lunches to get through the day.
So we see a lot more families that have young kids that are in need that simply just don't have those meals that they're normally getting. So we see an influx of families that come through.
It could be a family you know, maybe even your own. Haley Cohan is the assistant director here. She says demand is up, but the food supply isn't keeping pace.
So right now we're having some food distribution issues. So while we're seeing an increase in families, we're seeing a decrease in the amount of food that's coming through our doors. So the best way to support us right now would be simply host a food drive. Donate some food to our pantry that's kid friendly. So those mac and cheeses, oatmeals, think about what your kid would want for lunch.
Every Sunday, the Dream Center opens its doors for a hot meal, serving as many as 120 people.
Families can come in, they can get their hot meal, they sit down, it's dignified, it's a diner. It's a welcoming experience for kids to come in and not feel like they're in need.
If you need help, just show up, no questions asked. And if you want to help, a box of mac and cheese could be a kid's lunch this summer.
Just because you think someone is in a great situation with today's economy, you never know. It could be your neighbor, it could be your mom, it could be your best friend.
The Augusta Dream Center Food Pantry is open Tuesdays from 10 to 12 and Thursdays from 5 to 6. You can get a hot meal every Sunday from 5 to 6 o'clock. Again, you can just show up. No paperwork is required. If you do want to host a food drive in support of the Augusta Dream Center, just send them an email. We have their information on our website, wrdw.com. Another group in need of donations is Broad Street Ministries. They're in need of clothes, specifically for men's pants and shorts, everyday shoes for women, and summer tops for both men and women. You can drop donations off at their location on Broad Street Monday through Thursday from 9 to 4 o'clock. Independence Day and America's 250th birthday is just weeks away, and tonight we're on your side with some new information about some of the celebrations planned in the area. This year, Augusta and North Augusta are teaming up to celebrate the national holiday in Augusta's 290th birthday for a fireworks show. You can sit down to watch on either side of the river between 5th Street and James Brown Boulevard on Augusta's side, or the Sharon Jones Amphitheater on the North Augusta side. There will be live entertainment, food, kids zones, and more. All you need to do is bring your lawn chairs for the fireworks at 9:30. In Columbia County, tickets are available for everyone for a special boom in the park. The county says it'll be their largest fireworks show ever, with a drone light show and more at Evanstown Center Park. Tickets are free, and there are 5 places you can get yours. Those include the Columbia County Buildings A and B, Patriots Park Gym, the Performing Arts Center, the Grovetown Library, and Harlem Library. You must have a ticket to enjoy the show. And Fort Gordon annual Independence Day celebration returns July 1st, but this time it's not open to everyone automatically. Officials do say due to the increased security measures on post, you'll have to apply for a visitor's pass to enter. You can either request a pass online or you can go to the Visitor Control Center. Officials recommend applying days before, as there will not be a last-minute way to get on post. We're checking in on the progress over at the James Brown Linear Park in downtown Augusta. You can see the ceiling tiles inside the structures are up now, with designs featuring the Godfather of Soul from different years. The city says once completed, the park will feature an interactive water feature to dance to Brown's greatest hits. That's pretty cool. The statue of the music icon will also return to a brand new stage. Emily.
Well, we have a First Alert weather day in effect, and we are still tracking severe thunderstorm warnings across our South Carolina counties mainly. We'll have a little bit of a break, but more storms overnight. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Right now, buy
And set up. Shop the only furniture store just for kids. Rooms to go kids.
You've been seeing our commercials for months, and while you've been watching homeowners across our area save their roofs and save thousands of dollars, guess what? you can too. Roof Saver's exclusive patent-pending Renew at 17 roof preservation treatment extends the life of your roof by 17 years with just one application and one treatment. We're proud to announce that Roof Savers is the first roofing company to be approved and partnered with the Wounded Warrior Program in the United States. Listen to Dr. David Godbold.
I am the CEO of the Wounded Warrior Program, and I'm lucky enough to be the National Director for our military emergency response teams. I will tell everybody that I'm not allowed to put my name on anything that doesn't meet the criteria and does not support our military and our veterans. Can't afford to do that. We don't want to do anything negative, nothing to put our name on it and it turn out to be some big catastrophe or be some big flop. We put our inspectors involved in this project. We put scientists involved in the chemicals that are used. Everything met the criteria. I'll just tell everybody, it's the greatest invention going forward to save your home, your house, your roof. You're not damaging anything. You're not doing anything to the environment. You're not throwing shingles in the trash cans. And insurance companies all over ought to be very excited about this product.
Call the number on the screen right now to see if your roof qualifies. America's #1 choice for roof preservation is Roof Savers. Save your roof, save your money.
Right now, buy a new Honda Ridgeline with 0 down and 0% financing available. Get great gas mileage and 0% financing available on new Honda Ridgelines until the last one is gone.
Shop Augusta's only Honda President's Award winner, Honda Cars of Aiken.
On this day in 1983, Sally Ride became America's first woman in space. She and 4 other NASA astronauts were aboard the Challenger for a 6-day mission.
On your sideline. Sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
Well, after a brief rain delay and plenty of good golf over at Bartram Trail, we have 2 Evans natives walking away with their first ever AJGA titles. Sarah Martin came out of the delay, needing a birdie on the 18th hole to either get into a playoff or win. She did exactly that, and her playing partners could not do the same. Martin shot a final round of 71, finishing at 3 under par for a 1-shot victory. Kit Madison, a much more comfortable day at the office. Madison was 9 clear after the delay with just 3 holes left. A tap-in birdie on the 18th would seal the lowest score ever in the event. 18 under for the tournament for Madison.
It's super special just because, like, I'm home. This is my home course, and to be able to play for the 4th time and finally win, it's great.
I look forward to this event every year, and come here and win this by however many I did was pretty cool. But yeah, I just truly look forward to this every year, and I'm going to be looking forward to it for next year and hoping to go even lower, hopefully.
That's going to be a hard record to beat. Joining Madison in the top 3 was Augusta's Tyler Newsome with final score of 9 under. We're going to have more from Bartram Trail all new tonight at 11.
And looking at your 3-degree guarantee, yesterday I forecasted 89. Need to update that, and we hit 92 today. So still within 3 degrees. $50 more going to Compass for Hope. I'll have a look at why we have that First Alert Weather Day continuing coming up.
The U.S. is having a big birthday. Happy 250th.
It's bow time.
America is turning 250, and we are celebrating big. Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael with Hardwood Floors and More. We're offering discounts throughout the entire showroom on stunning flooring, brilliant lighting, beautiful wallpaper, and custom furniture. Honor our nation's milestone by finally creating the home of your dreams. Stop by Hardwood Floors and More today. We're more than just a floor store. We have so much more in store for you.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators.
What can this law teach us about the way things move?
But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have the books, computers, or other supplies they need just because of where they live. Kids want to succeed, but when schools don't have the right tools, getting there is harder. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, help a music class get a guitar, or you could supply a classroom like this one with a science project. What you're really giving is a moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow. Learn more at DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
Well, we're tracking severe storms as they move across the southeast. We're still seeing severe thunderstorm warnings here in the CSRA. Now really starting to shift for more of our South Carolina counties. That includes Aiken, Edgefield, up into McCormick County as well. And then down in Allendale County, they are still seeing a severe thunderstorm warning. That will continue for the next 30 minutes or so. Heavy downpours, strong wind gusts can all be expected with these storms, but I will say we'll get a little bit of a breather before the next round moves through late overnight tonight. So once these storms pass, we'll have about an hour or maybe 2 hours of a break. But more storms on the way. I'll have more on your forecast coming up. Thanks.
CSRA, we've got a winner. Tonight, we reveal the Star Spangled Sing-Off local champion. See who takes the title and the performance that won your votes. Watch the winner announcement tonight at 8 p.m. on WRDW+. Sponsored by Milton Rubin.